Fireworks are no longer a cardboard tube on the end of a stick launched from a milk bottle. The modern display fireworks are launched from these mortar tubes. Based in Weston-super-Mare, Firestorm Fireworks have over 70 years' experience of handling fireworks, and they claim to be a team of highly skilled firework technicians. This display was led by Gary Searle.
You don't need these little rats, eh?
Break my back.
The explosive end of the display pyrotechnic, as it is more properly called, is contained in a plastic bag. But special care must be taken to load the correct bag in the correct tube. No longer do they light the blue touch paper and retire immediately, as the old instructions used to say. The tails on these bags can be connected by cable to a central point, and all the detonations will be done by remote control from a computerized box. Meanwhile, nearby, members of the Clevedon Round Table, who organise the annual event, are building the all-important Bonfire. The members of the 1st Clevedon Scout Troop will recognise these boxes as being the ones that kept them warm only a few weeks ago when they held the sleep out on a very cold October night. Unfortunately, the van delivering the pallets, which became the main part of the fire, was unable to drive round the edge of the field, so a spot of heavy lifting and carrying was called for from the round tablers.
Yeah, don't put that height on the first one, please. We're just actually in the ground.
Meanwhile, back with the pyrotechnics, the next job was to fix the detonators to the explosive bags and connect it all up to the firing box. It seemed a bit like wiring a telephone exchange. Finally, with all the preparations finished, came the long wait till evening, with the hope that the rain and wind would hold off until the end of the display. During the afternoon, a group of food traders had arrived to set up shop, along with the children's roundabout ride. And very soon after 6 o'clock, the crowd started to arrive. One gate for those who were brave enough to buy tickets in advance, and one for those who preferred to wait and see what the weather had in store. With an expected audience of between 3,000 and 4,000, the round tablers manning the gates were going to be kept very busy. For a short while, the hot food stalls did a roaring trade, as though many people had decided to eat out on this Saturday evening.
How long guys before you literally like a minute, we've just got to soak it up, yeah? I just gotta let them know. Okay, cool. Right, who wants a lighter? Zach, do you want a better one? Diggy, Charlie?
Can we leave on both?
Might as well just have one each, I've got 3 here.
As in previous years, the aptly named Guy, the fire twirler, and his friends were there to entertain the growing crowds. And further inflammable entertainment was ignited when the all-important bonfire was lit by the team from Firestorm.
Nave, you'll have to get back a bit, mine. You'll have to go right back.
And finally, with everyone clear of the firing zone, the countdown to the big event began. Vicar of Christchurch, the Reverend Clive Jenkins, welcomed his congregation for the last time to St Nicholas Chantry School, where they had been worshipping for the last year. Now the extensive refurbishment of their church which is costing them £1.5 million, has been completed, and they're moving back up the hill to inspect the finished work. "285 people arrived for the opening service, conducted jointly by the Reverend Jenkins and the Reverend Russell Herbert.
All the new facilities. If you haven't found anything, don't worry. We're all the same, we're all looking for things. So, welcomers, can you give us a wave, welcomers, this morning? Give us a wave. If you want to know where anything is, see the welcomers, and they'll show you where things are. Please stay afterwards, that would be great.
During the afternoon, members of the public were given the opportunity to inspect the new building themselves. In total, upward of 500 people visited the new building during the day. The nave of the church has been extensively altered by the removal of the pews, the pulpit and the pipe organ. The accommodation in the newly built section consists of 5 meeting rooms of varying sizes, each having access to the catering and toilet facilities. The new hall complex has a very high energy saving specification, complete with photovoltaic panels on the roof, alongside a living sedum grass roof.
Masters drill, whether it be standing drill or marching drill. Anything from falling in to falling out or turning, as will be demonstrated here.
Squad will move to the left in threes. Left, turn. Squad will turn to the right in threes. In out, turn. Squad will turn to the right in threes. Right, turn.
It's important that every cadet learns the basic life skill. It's one of the starting things in the cadets, putting someone in the recovery position. As you progress through cadets, you get more and more advanced with weekend courses for 2-star. Help! Well, we love to go on out and exercise, as this is when you sleep out under a basher for a weekend, with a weapon, and fire blank rounds in small battles. Fieldcraft being demonstrated here. And finally, fun and friendship. During our time as cadets, I'm sure I can say that we do have lots of fun and you'll make loads of friends. The best time to do so is at our summer camp. It's hard training, but you do get downtime every evening, and it's great fun to make loads of friends. We even have a bit of rock climbing and paintballing from time to time.
Break point! Good! Caution! Go to the right, please. Right, turn! By the left, quick, march!
wait until you hear mine. My job demands a lot of backbone, because a good way to describe my job is hell on earth. I have to stare into the eyes of those in pain, the eyes that so clearly beg to be saved, and all I can do is stand there and watch. To hear the screams of women and children, the screams of true horror and fear, and all I can do is stand there and watch. To watch those poor soldiers driven to insanity, wishing they could place a gun against their head and end it all swiftly, and all I can do is stand there and watch. I stare into the eyes of those poor children, running and screaming towards me. I wish I could save them, jump into the scene, throw my camera to the side, and tell them it will all be okay. But all I can do is stand there and watch. The best I can do for those children is take pictures, spread them round, and try to make sure no child is ever hurt in the same way ever again. So think your job is bad? Try doing mine.
In Flanders Field by John McCrae. In Flanders fields the poppies blow between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky the larks still bravely singing fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead short days ago. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and we were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe, to you from failing hands we throw. The torch, be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders field.
This poem is called Before Action by Lieutenant William Noel Hodgson, MC, 29th of June, 1916. By all the glories of the day and the cool evening's benison, by the last sunset touch that lay upon the hills when day was done, by beauty lavishly outpoured, blessings carelessly received, by all the days that I have lived, make me a soldier, Lord, by all of man's hopes and fears, the laughter of unclouded years, and every sad and lonely thing, by the romantic ages stored, with high endeavour that was his, by all his mad catastrophes, make me a man, O Lord.
Each year, Christmas comes early for the members of the 1st Clevedon Scouts as they set up their Christmas card delivery service for the town. The first task being to turn a room at their headquarters into a sorting office.
Push down. You should cut it. That's it. Push it down.
Yeah.
Then we turn over. Just about.
Are you left-handed or right?
Like triangle. End of that. That's it. There you are. Just below the 1.
I did it wrong.
Specially printed stamps, each costing 20 pence, are printed and donated by the Kenroad Printers Paste Print. The Scouts will personally deliver your cards to anywhere in the Clevedon area. All you have to do is buy a stamp and pop the card into one of 14 special post boxes dotted around the town.
First Clevedon Scout Group Christmas post starts soon. Only 20p per stamp. Hand delivered within Clevedon.
Post boxes are going to be in 6-way sports, studio to hairdressers.
Paste print, the veg box, the hawthorns. Spinning wheel, Vision Express, and Adam's Barber Shop. Christchurch and Cafe Solo. Community Bookshop and Roland's Pharmacy.
D&D Office Supplies, Clevedon DIY, Kenroad News.
Look out for the boxes! From the end of November.
Well, there you are.
I did.
On the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, as in many towns across the United Kingdom, the citizens of Clevedon assembled at the town's memorial stone in Queen Square to remember all the members of the armed forces who had died in the line of duty.
They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them. We will remember them.
During the ceremony, the chairman of the town council, Councillor John Middleton, laid a wreath in memory of the fallen on behalf of the people of Clevedon. And Rob Campbell laid a wreath on behalf of the local branch of the Royal British Legion, of which he is chairman.
During the 2-minute silence, ladies and gentlemen, can we please remember all of those from Clevedon who failed to return from conflicts past?
And our eternal home, under the shadow of thy throne, thy saints have dwelt secure. Sufficient is thy
When you go home, tell them of us and say, for your tomorrow, we gave our today.
Puzzle trees, a lot of
Not from the start.